Hey y'all, let's make some buttermilk biscuits for lunch today with some bacon and sausage. We're going to start with about a quarter cup of shortening in our pan. We're going to put some oil in our biscuit pan, just regular good vegetable oil. Going to add some Hudson Cream self-rising flour. My measuring cup there is 1/4 of a cup, and I count out 5. They're kind of heaping, so I would say 1.5 cups of flour. Now we want to use our pastry cutter, and we want to cut our shortening up in our flour really well until it resembles kind of pebbles, pebbly looking in your flour. Just keep cutting until you get that look that you're going for. When we get there, I'll show you. I'm getting the shortening out of the pastry cutter to cut it up some more into pea-sized pieces. I like the pastry cutter. You can use a fork better than your hands because the hands can soften the shortening. And I just think the biscuits are fluffier and lighter if you keep it from doing that. That's what you want to look like. You want to look like pebbles in your flour. Now we're going to add some whole buttermilk, whole fat buttermilk. About a half of a cup to start with. Going to mix that in our flour mixture with our shortening. And that's looking a little dry, so we're going to add a little bit more. About 1/4 of a cup. Work that in until you see if it's the consistency that you want. You don't want it dry and you don't want it too wet. You want it to be just workable, to where you can just work it into a good dough ball without overworking it. Put your little flour out on your board. Dump your dough out into your flour. You don't want a whole lot of flour either because you don't want your biscuits to be tough, and you want them to be light and fluffy, not heavy. So you work your dough very light-handedly. You're not kneading it. You're just working it into a workable ball to where you can roll it out and cut your biscuits. Just keep working it without trying not to work too much flour back into the mixture, but you have to work some in order to be able to handle it. So when you get it to the size that you want and you feel like it's consistency that you want, I flip mine over, and you can roll it out with a rolling pin, but since I'm just making enough for 2, I just pat it out with my hand at this point. Cut it out with a biscuit cutter. Dip it in your flour so it doesn't stick. Now, when I put my biscuits on my pan, I put it in the oil and flip it over, and the bottom's in the oil. I like for the vegetable oil to be on the top as well. They brown so pretty that way. Going to work up what I got left and cut out some more. Again, trying hard not to overwork it. Just enough to work it out real good. Going to use those scraps to just make a handmade little biscuit. I don't want to waste it. Sometimes I eat those little ones like that left over instead of a big one. So we're going to put it into a 425-degree oven. Biscuits like a hot oven, just like cornbread. Going to fry some bacon. I cut my bacon pieces in half so they fry up better. Get my biscuits in the oven. Going to fry some sausage along with our bacon, but first we're going to heat up some applesauce. We like our applesauce heated up. Just 2 of us, so we won't eat that one container. I put about half in and turn it on medium to low heat. I use the Swaggerty's sausage and the frozen patties. If I can't find that, I will use Bob Evans. That's about the only 2 types of sausage that Tim and I like for breakfast sausage. Our biscuits are ready and coming out of the oven, and look how pretty they are. Tall and fluffy and golden on top and bottom. Our applesauce is hot, and our sausage and bacon is almost ready. There you go, a lunch fit for a king. And it's delicious. I hope you give it a try.